meeting tonight. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Happy all the holidays. I hope that you had a great time relaxing, celebrating with your family, with your friends, with maybe strangers.
What if you don't have any?
What if you don't have any? Then isolation is good for the soul. It is great for making the resolutions for your new year when you have peace and quiet. I see a couple of new faces in the audience today. Welcome, welcome. What is Toastbusters? If you have not been here before, what is Moscow Toastmasters? What is public speaking? You will find out today, don't worry. But let me tell you a little bit about what we do here. First of all, we fight stage fright. Don't worry, we don't fight each other. Maybe in our free time, but not in the meeting. We also practice public speaking. Maybe you need it in your work. Maybe you're a coach or a teacher, so you spend a lot of time in front of people. Or maybe you just need a hobby, like me. I just have nothing to do in my free time, so I come here. Or maybe you just have some New Year resolutions and you thought, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and do something that scares me. Well, this is what we do here. Our members, our guests, we come here, we share stories, we prepare speeches. Hi, welcome, come in, take a seat, anywhere, yes. And I've already said this multiple times, but yes, we practice public speaking. This is the main point of the club. And your first opportunity to practice public speaking is right now. I would like to invite the newcomers, the new people to the stage, everyone who's here for the first time, to introduce yourself. Please, everyone together. Everyone together, everyone together. Don't worry, very simple questions. What is your name? We'll begin with, what is your name? How did you hear about this event this evening? And why are you interested in public speaking, English? Why are you interested in this event?
What do you do?
Wait.
Okay, let's start. Hello everyone, my name is Shadi. I'm a member of a club named Protos from Beirut, Lebanon. And I came here as a guest. So I'm so excited to meet you all guys here. I work in a Russian company here and looking forward to meet you all guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Shadi.
Well, hello, my name is Alina. I'm here because I read an information on Telegram about this meeting, and I'm very excited to see all of you. And my goal is to practice my English and meet a new friend and maybe something else. So yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalie. I'm happy to be here. Thank you. So the reason why I'm here because I'd like to improve my English skills and also I would like to be more confident in public speaking. And I'm not sure that I'm really ready for public speaking right now.
You're doing it. You are already doing it. So it's perfect. Thank you very much.
Right, I just came to Moscow and it's first time for me here and I work in IT, so it's not really much communication with other people there. So that's why I'm here.
Listen. Actually, public speaking, you can go on. for tonight's meeting. Please sit down. You noted we love to applaud here, so you will hear a lot of applause. As I already said, we are a public speaking club, but that is not the only thing that Toastbusters is. We are also a community. This is a place where you can network, where you can make business connections, friendships. We have many activities outside of public speaking, like run masters, where people go running together. Yes, we have a representative of that club right here, perfect. We also have a book club where people discuss books. What else do we have? Someone remind me? Running.
French club.
Right. We have another representative of the French club here. Many different languages, not just English. Traveling, of course, we go on trips together, so you can also make connections here. Unfortunately, I do have some sad news. As I mentioned, we are a community. A lot of people here are regulars. People come here, make friendships, make connections. And one of our members, Miles Flake, he sadly passed away on the 30th of December. And because many of you know him personally, maybe you've worked with him, even if you only exchanged a couple of words, we wanted to spend some time today to remember Miles and the amazing positive energy that he brought to every single meeting. Miles never came to a meeting in person. He always participated online because Miles lives in Canada, in Alberta, Canada. But even through this digital wall between us, we've all felt like we knew Miles, like he was our longtime friend. Now, I would like to welcome anyone today to sign a card that we created for Miles. Can you pull this, please? Yeah, thank you. We created a card that you can sign. We can do this in the break, you can do this throughout the meeting if you want to, it's not obligatory. But we will upload this card online and send it to Miles's wife. And if you wish to share a couple of words now, if you feel like you wanted to say something about Miles, we'll be happy to welcome you on stage. And Martino, did you want to say any words? If not, that's absolutely fine. This card will also be at the next meeting that you can sign. I think Marcina maybe. Hi.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm sorry guys, I'm sick. I'm not prepared, but I wanted to say to Miles, I'm sure he's hearing us, that even though we never met him in person, he was always all the time online. It was as if we met him, because the words that he used and the way he behaved was as if he was present here with us all the time. And he was able, I think he was the best example of a person showing us that you can even do, and you can even leave your footprint online, not only in presence. So yeah, and I thank Miles for the person it was, and he was, as I said already, he was able to leave a legacy, and I appreciate him for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. One of Miles's favorite quotes was, "It starts with a conversation." And he lived in Alberta, Canada, where there is a large population of Indigenous people, tribes. And I don't know if you remember people who come here, people who are not here for the first time. Miles had a very specific greeting that he used at the start of most of his speeches. He learned how to say "привет" in hello in Russian. And then he said a couple of words that I never understood. I had to Google them. He said, "Oki, dana dana, taxi, hello and greetings, my fellow Toastmasters." Those are the words of the local tribes where he lived in Alberta, Canada. So on the card, you will see a couple of other words from the language of those tribes. All of them mean "see you again," because they have a belief that when we leave this world, we complete a cycle. We go in a circle of life, in a way, and that you will see. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. We're going to see you again. I apologize, but as you can see, Miles did make an impact on all of us. If you want to sign the card, I will give this to you during the break. On to happier notes. I apologize for the newcomers. This must be strange for you. Thank you. But let's go back to the quote. It starts with a conversation. All you have to do is have a conversation with the audience, with the person sitting next to you, to begin your journey into public speaking, into connection, into good communication. It all starts with a conversation. And I would like to lift the atmosphere a little bit now and finally begin the meeting. Today we have a very interesting topic, which is pet peeves. I would like to welcome to the stage our Toastmaster of the day, Miss Lisa Billows.
That's a bit prepared, and it's quite difficult to begin with it after such a eye-tearing moment. But nonetheless, I'll try to start with history and maybe grow our way up to lift up the mood. It's past 10 years since 2015. A year of the future in the movie Back to the Future. Do we have flying cars?
No.
Do we have flying boards or roller
Yes.
skates? Maybe just such.
China.
In China, apparently.
What?
That means that we have only one thing ahead of us in the future. Do you know what it is?
Progress.
Something else. Some other more people. I'm asking, what are your ideas? What's waiting us for the future? One thing. What else? What do you have to prepare for?
Nuclear
Yes.
activities.
Closer, warmer. Anything else?
You don't want me to say. What did you say?
Nuclear
Armageddon, yeah, apocalypse.
Climate change, ice melting.
Everything is pretty close, but no, there's only one thing that awaits every one of us in every country globally. It is the zombie apocalypse.
It's apocalypse.
And because of that, we have to prepare. But you are not able to survive the zombie apocalypse by yourself. You need a team of people, a team of trustworthy people, a team that will collaborate and come up with a solution together. How to do that if everybody's going to argue and look only at what they're doing, not others? I found a way. We must learn how to face our pet peeves and work through them. Or if you are getting angry at the person who is chatting, you might look the other way and not see the zombie coming up to you. And one of the more important things we need thoughts. We need thoughts to come up with a plan of how to get out of the zombie apocalypse, how to get food, how to get weapons. And for that, today we have thought of the day. Kostya, I invite you on stage.
Thank you, Lisa. Good evening, guys. My name is Kostya. It's short name, or short, yeah, short because my name is Konstantin. It's long. Yes, and to start, I would like to say thank you, Valeria, for your speech and for your memories for Miles, and I also appreciate and want to express myself. Can I give a additional 1 minute?
Of course.
Because first when I came to your club and I saw Miles, I was thinking about, so this is a strange guy, so senior, but later I realized that his speeches and his thoughts are very meaningful, very deep, and I like him, and especially when I read articles and posts in Telegram channel, he describes that for his experience against comments. I very understood, so he's very deep and very smart guy, so I appreciate and also will remember.
Thank you.
Okay, so back to topic. So today I don't want to. I'm not going to say about apocalypse. Apocalypse about zombies. So it will be a fun story, I think. So usually when I get thoughts of the day, especially from your club, then you'll usually type me in the chat and say, do you want to take a role? Of course, yes. So what is it? It will be thought of the day. Okay, you got it. And okay, I saw this message and I quickly read the name, topic, or poet, and something for this. I don't know what I don't understand what's the word peeves, but poet, okay, something with manners, that's what okay, it means. So for example, I imagine, okay, for example, I have a dog, so for me it's very difficult to go out with dog 3 times and feed and all this like routines, you know. Or for example, I have a cat, I need to go to the up or clean it, wash it. So I think, oh, it's easy, I will prepare and I will describe it, share with you. But so maybe I was so naive, or maybe I'm not so stupid, sorry guys for this. But my thought of today for you today is that please don't be so naive like me. Don't running around, but read attentively, carefully, understand what does it mean, and yes, and this will help you, and you will know additional and educate yourself. You won't end up in funny situation like me today. So let's educate yourself and be careful. Okay.
Important thought of the day. For it seems it's very important to have great communication, understand exact each word. So, what is pet peeves? For those who maybe didn't still understand.
Annoying habits.
You are the native speaker. Somebody else would answer, but okay. Okay, and annoying habits. Yes. Our next
Of the pets.
of the pets.
Of
Yes.
who? Annoying habits of who?
And it's not a pet named Peeves, by the way. I also wanted to make that joke, but it's a bit too late. Next, when you are in the bunker, the next pet peeve that you're going to encounter is a person opening the cans and chewing very loudly. For that, we have also a special person to check not only chewing, but also other extra sounds that we don't need to hear in our speeches. For that, we have our dear owl counter, Nikolai. I invite you on stage.
The best sound challenging utilization.
Special.
Yeah. I'm already started today, and my duty today is to count words like and sounds like where, but, and so on. So in the end of the meeting, I will give some small analysis of your speech, and you will get some understanding. Maybe you can't. What if you just speak? How many words, such words you use during your speech?
Thank you very much. We'll be looking out for that and hopefully not be winners in our counting goals. What is the person that is hated the most in the group? Doesn't matter in the zombie apocalypse or in the normal life.
President.
What else? Unpolitical person. actually kind of political, by the way. Kind of political, but not currently. Who's the person that is hated the most?
French club.
Not political.
Yes.
Such always schemes about it.
So, okay, that's Toastmasters politics, not Toastmasters politics. That person, that very person is called. They're learning a lot more things about the people I knew. I thought I knew. Well, that person is the grammar nut. That annoying person that corrects every comma, every period in your text, that makes you speak and pronounce everything perfectly, and that person is very annoying. But in Toastmasters, we actually do the opposite and we praise and love this person. And today it's a person who is very special and important because he has mayor in his first speed dial contact. Do you know how do I know that? Because in honor of his son is a metro station named Mark. With that, I invite this dear person to the stage, Daniel.
Thank you, Vasilisa. I think today I am the busiest person because I have not one, not two, but at least 3 objectives that I am responsible. First is, as Vasilisa said, I will catch and cure every grammar mistake, every pronunciation mistake you will make today. Second, I encourage you to use some colorful language, not just simple words, simple phrases, but be like Valeria, who said that we here in Toastbusters, we are not stand and speak, we fight stage time. This is colorful language. This is how you make it exciting for people in the room. However, if something is really not suitable for this place and time, I will also make notes and tell you how you can substitute this words with something else. And my third final objective, I will give you word of the day. You are encouraged to use it as much as possible. For every usage, I will give you some points. And word of the day is atrocious. Alexander, do you know what atrocious is?
It will say it in French.
Not interesting.
It's something of a really bad quality. For example, an atrocious crime. Or something at the same time really scary and shocking. Like, I will tell you something. the conditions in the prison were atrocious. So 3 objectives. Please mind your grammar and pronunciation. Use colorful language and use word of the day. And you will get points from me. And you will use it in just 2 weeks. Because we will have a massive party. A party of the year on the February the 1st. You will have a chance to become the queen or the king of this party. If you just use correct grammar, colorful language, and word of the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Get ourselves out of the atrocious situation. We need to focus on our plan and be diligent and keep our priorities straight. So time is of the essence, and we must keep track of how much do we have till the unbreakable happens, and to make sure that we'll be well prepared for it. With that, I invite our timer on the stage, Olga.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Olga, and today I have important role. I keep track of the time of your speeches, and let me show you. I have 3 cards with 3 green, yellow, and red. And what about rules? If we speak about individual evaluations, if you see green cards, you have 1 minute, the speaker. If you see yellow, you have 30 minutes. And if you, oh, sorry.
The one on the first.
It's really sorry. And if you see red cards, you know that you need to finish your speech. And for we have different kind of speeches. It's icebreaker and different speech. If you see green card, you have 2 minutes. If not you, but speaker, the speaker, sorry. If you see yellow card, the speaker have 1 minute, and if you see the red card, we understand that speaker need to finish the speech. Thank you.
One of the most atrocious pet peeves that can ruin friendships, ruin a team, and ruin a plan of action. Do you remember you're talking to your friend or you're telling your team your plan that we have to do this, then this, and this, and suddenly you look at the blank faces, not understanding a word you said because they weren't listening. So to get rid of this vigilant habit, we have a special person that will check your listening skills in order to be prepared for the zombie apocalypse and be ready to listen to your leader. We have our dear Toastmaster, Samira. I invite you on stage.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, Toastmasters is not only the place where we develop public speaking skills, it is also the place where we develop essential soft skills such as listening skills. And I think this is especially relevant if you want to be the first who will hear the footsteps of atrocious zombies approaching. So the role of the Toastmaster is to test everyone's listening skills by creating questions based on their prepared speeches, evaluations, and table topics. I will be listening carefully to each speaker today and report any interesting facts or statements. And at the end of the meeting, I will ask you questions. And in the case of right answer, you will get rewarded with sweet candy. And I do hope that this reward will boost your motivation and will stay focused and concentrated throughout the meeting. Thank you.
That by now we all understand the meaning of the term pet peeves. So, Lera, what is your biggest pet peeve?
People.
Sasha,
Yeah.
Sasha, what is your best? What is your pet peeve? The thing that you hate that people do? Lera?
The French one.
I think Sasha, people speaking bad about the people. Yes. Okay, then what?
The best in our division.
Not like that people. That.
What can't be we.
Okay, what is your pet peeve? Sasha, set an example.
I won't share it.
Daniel, what is your pet peeve? Two nice people are here at Crossroads. Yes.
Maybe chewing loudly.
Chewing loudly, great. Alena? Okay, Alena's a secret, but anybody else who has, yes, Tanya?
Procrastination.
Procrastination, okay. Anybody else? One more person and I will stop dragging the cat. Kostya, yes?
For example, imagine I prepare some bowl or meal, for example, with by myself. My partner or some, for example, or inside.
To stop conflicts from happening in the future, we'll find out about the pet peeve of one of our friends. With that, with no further ado, I invite Alena Antipina to the stage with her speech, Inside Out.
I didn't want to tell what exactly my thing is about, because right now I'll tell you a little story that happened to me recently. One day I had a business trip to China. For the previous week before this trip, I prepared presentation materials for the negotiation event that took place right here. I tried to meet all the deadlines at work. I tried to finish all the housework before starting my job. At the point when I sat on the plane, I already was pretty tired, but relieved at the same time. The worst part is behind. I imagined that right now I will take my pillowcase, my blanket, and have 6 to 7 hours of progress. But universe had other plans for me. My neighbors, the girls that sat next to me, turned out to be one of the most noisy and chitty-chatty people that I have ever met. Despite the fact that both of them were not of toddler's age, they still proceeded to create a very chaotic energy around them. They laughed so hard, the back of their seats trembled, and I felt it too. I decided that I will not be a doormat, and I will ask them politely to stop with the wall. They heard me, but they found another activity to pursue. They started to poke at the phone screens and started to discuss all the details of the professional, romantic, baby life. First quietly, but then louder and louder and louder. I could clearly hear everything. I can say that the more they told, the spicier it got. And
Yes, it was quieter than I thought I should hear about it. And sorry, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yes, I got a little bit tired of it, but mm, yes, to be honest, I even thought that I don't have my own identity anymore because the more I heard about their life, the more I knew them, and I thought that when I leave the plane, I could easily leave their lives instead of them. Of course, all this time I felt extremely irritated, totally pissed off. My jaw clenched, my fists were like that. I had patterns from nails on my palms, and the veins popped up on my forehead because of the stress I had because of it. So the situation was so hopelessness. I felt that it was bitter and bitter, and that at any second I could explode and start to shut out at them. At this point, I saw something on one of their phone screens. It was a picture of characters from Inside Out. This story about emotions in human forms that lived inside a teenage girl rushed through my head. I connected her, this girl, and me, and realized that right now the red colored anger character in my brain almost pulled all the leverage. And it's so difficult for me to just keep going about all this. Yes, okay. I'll just continue about this anger character that I think, if you remember, we're a business suit. Like I wanted to wear for my business presentation. And I imagined that he stood behind my control panel, just throwing his hands in the air, ready to push all the buttons right here, right now. All the other emotions stood behind, shaking and hugging each other in fear that right now something terrible is going to happen. And only Joy, in slow motion, ran to this control panel, yelling, "No!" All this situation, this scenery in my brain almost made me laugh out loud. My neighbors, my girls that sat next to me, turned out to me and like looking and saying, "Why are you smiling at?" Because 1 minute ago I was very grumpy. I lectured them about proper behavior, and after a while I just sitting here glowing and being in a happy mood. Actually, after that, they felt a little bit embarrassed. That's why they decided to took out their headphones and stuck to their smartphones until the end of the flight. The joy in my brain made a little dance, and the anger got out and found some place to sit somewhere else. So, dear Toastmasters, I wanted to emphasize that all of our emotions are very much valid, but they are not permanent. Yes, right now you can be so annoyed that you're ready to fight the people that make you a bit shaky, but after a while, something in you or in the environment will change and you will feel a little bit ugly. So let's just embrace this emotional experience, live through it, and learn something new about ourselves and the world around us. Thank you.
Red, angry people run around on our head to keep us from mayhem from happening, and to keep atrocious situations to the minimal. We must have a leader. A person who will keep the team together, not let them go down into chaos, killing themselves and sticking out to the door, out of the bunker. With that, we have a leader who will show them how to act, how to communicate, and how to plan ahead. With that, I invite Vlad Zapiulin with his project, My Thoughts on Leadership.
Oh, guests, friends. Today is a wonderful day. It's not atrocious. Today, I would like to tell you or discuss or share with you some words about the leadership. So it's my based on my experience. So please close your eyes. Please close.
Oh no.
Why? Close, close.
Is this how you're planning to steal our money?
And imagine a leader. Okay, now tell me, who did you see? Who did you see?
French club.
Who did you see?
Simba.
Simba. Who did you see? Leader.
Kim Chen-il.
Wonderful, it's good. Olga. Who did you see? I said, who did you see? Huh? Putin. So we have a lot of different leaders. When I done the same exercise, I saw Duncan. You go to the next. Duncan with his next one. Yeah, Duncan. Do you remember these pictures?
Yes.
From the Soviet literature for children's. When I was young, I liked this book with his hair. So we have a different understanding of leadership, and we have a different leaders. In my life, topic of leadership has always been present. I was older brother for my younger brothers. I was leader of classmates, calling in Russian starosta. The same was in the university. I have been working as a project manager for 18 years. I'm leader for my teams. But I still struggling to tell you what exactly means leadership. I've done some research and I found that leadership has a lot of definitions. That is why I choose classical definition from the Britannica dictionary. So the leadership is power or ability to lead other people. What do you think about it? Do you like it?
We agree.
What?
Yeah.
Agree.
Agree.
It's very vague.
I think it's very good definition, except power. I think power not needed for the leadership. Okay, it's not a problem. Ability to lead other people. And what ability we should to have? According to IMD Business School, it's one of the leading business school in Europe. We should to have 8 skills in 2024. So you can see, I will not repeat. Another well-known resource of information. Our business review defined another list of skills which should have leaders. So you can see many interesting good words. You can close, no problem. You can. That's yeah. It's okay. Thank you. So you can see this list of the skills which should have a leader. I think it's very beautiful, interesting words. I hope everyone knows definition of this word. Thanks. But for me, leadership, it's not only corporate moral definition. It's not only skills which we should have when we are working in big companies. But also leadership, it's related family, to non-profit organizations, and many spheres of our life, even between friends as well. So that is why I decided to try to understand what kind of skills should be applicable for leaders based on my experience, based on my vision, my values. So if we return back to the definition of the leadership, you can see two key words here. So lead and the people. So let's discuss about lead. Lead where? So we should to know destination where we are going to go. So that is why the first skills which should be have leaders, it's vision and goals, not goals. So I think it's clear. So leaders should have a destination. It's a first skill. Second, so
Maybe I think we will not get lessons.
Саш, ты убери просто.
It's example.
Ага, все. И не двигай его. Угол подать, убери и все.
можешь вернуться? So, yeah, great club. Okay. The second word, sorry, people. I think it's more difficult. It's more difficult than lead. As one of my mentors said many years ago, a human is a more difficult substance to work. He's changing every time his mind, his attitude. Maybe he had one ideas in the morning, in the evening he has another one. So many contradictions. But how to work with the people? What kind of skills you should have to work with the people? I mean, which is related to the leadership. Which kind of? Yeah. No. No. It's only one word.
Communication.
No, he should have a respect. We should respect other people. So I'm using some very simple words. So we should respect other people. Next. But respect, it's a widespread and well-known word. But if we ask somebody, what does it mean, respect? So we have a lot of definitions. But that is why I decided to tell you a little bit how I see respect other people. What quality you should have? The first quality you should accept that all the people are different. We have a different internal and external. We have a different culture, different language, different background, and we have a different vision to life and the death. So you should accept that all the people are different. The second quality which you should have, it's what quality you should have?
Kindness.
Empathy. I call it curiosity about other people. So we should try to do some homework, trying to understand interests of other people. For instance,
when I've done my project in Hungary, I didn't know anything about the Hungary, so Hungarians. So that is why I decided to do some research. When I read about their history, I found that originally they were from the Europe. I'm from Europe. That is why it was common, how to say, ground to discuss with them. It helped me to ice break with them. The next quality which you should have, it's what do you think? Curious.
Lie. Honesty.
Honesty, yes.
Quality
Honesty. So honesty, it's very important. Why? Because false and the true. And the small amount of the false can overweight many true things in your life. So false and honesty is defined quality of the person. So we should be very careful about it. People kill any false. So what is that? What quality we should have? Respect.
Plan ahead.
What?
Their price.
Acceptance of mistakes. We're all human. We are doing mistakes. So nobody is ideal. That is
Okay,
why.
let's assume being atrocious. To the supporting people being atrocious, like Stalin.
Okay, good idea. So we should accept that everyone is making mistakes, and we should focus on problem solution, not on the mistakes. For instance, when my children, mostly my sons, doing some not very good things, I'm trying to explain that don't hide it, please solve it, find a solution for the problem. Next one, please. So what is it?
Teamwork.
Recognition of contribution. It's very important. Everyone's like when people recognize their contribution to the projects, to the any works. That is why just some small example. When I conducted project previously, I always in my monthly report wrote about the contribution of my team to the project. Of course, steering committee didn't pay attention who is let's say Nikolai engineer, process engineer. But I know that for my team it was very important. I know that they wanted to know, to listen, that they contributed to the project. Their work was very important for us. So contribution, recognition of the contribution is very important. Next. So as in my conclusion, I see a red card. I would say that for leaders, for leadership, we should have two skills. The first is goal, the second is respect. Thank you very much.
Those are important and you're let speech to go in vain. Quick question. What are the key points that Vlad mentioned for leadership?
Lead the people. Respect.
Respect, what else?
Honesty.
Honesty, you're the only leader here. Integrity. Okay, integrity. Yes, I think that's all of this. That's all that I write down with. That's all. That's all. Most important, I just want to have a brief agenda. Before the break, I will invite a very important person, a true leader, who will let us get through tonight and maybe through the zombie apocalypse. I invite our dearest president of this club to the stage in their animation stage.
Thank you very much for that reintroduction. I will not take up too much of your time before the break. All the speeches and the roles that you witnessed here today, you notice people are here at different levels. In Toastbusters, we learn by doing. Everyone who comes here on stage, this is how you learn public speaking, this is how you learn speech structure, even with the roles that you saw at the beginning, the accountant, the grammarian, the timer, every time you come on the stage, think of it as a speech. Any role you take, any opportunity you have here on stage, imagine you're giving a professional public appearance. And this is how you improve your public speaking, your English, and your communication skills. Timer, how much time do we have for the break? Do we have 10 minutes or longer?
Actually, our break need to start 8.
Are we late?
20? Yes, we're late now.
We're late.
Yeah.
We will have a 5-minute break. In the break, you feel free to walk around, talk, you can sign the card for Miles if you want to. Let's come back in 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Ready? Ready. Well, once again, we worked through our pet peeves as a team, I hope, except for the French club. The one thing that we have to prepare for the zombie apocalypse is to think quick, react fast, and not to get lost in your panic. For that, we have a special session in Toastmasters. Except for there, does anybody know what it is?
Yes.
Table topics.
Table topics, right? Explain Toastmasters. Thank you. And that is a part where any one of you, a guest, a non-guest, a president, an old member, a new member, can try their hand at public speaking and improvisation, with speaking from 1 to 2 minutes on the theme that will be provided by our dearest table topics master, Martino. I invite you on stage.
Hi everyone. How is everyone doing? I wanted to be there tonight, guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't. But yeah, as Miles showed us, it's impossible to leave a footprint also online, right? All right, improvisation. Guys, what is improvisation? What is impromptu speaking session? So life is improvisation. You got a call from your boss and asks you, please, can you tell me in 1 or 2 minutes what is this project about? Right? And this is actually what is Toastmaster. Here we train these kind of speeches. For instance, you're in a lift, and your colleague or someone else ask you for an update on a project or something like that. And we're gonna do exactly this tonight. I'm gonna ask you questions related to the topic, which is pet peeves. And I don't recall someone explaining, maybe I wasn't there yet, but pet peeves mean an annoying behavior, something that bugs you every time you hear or you see that, okay? So this is gonna be the topic of the session tonight. I'm gonna ask you a question. Volunteers are gonna come on stage. If no volunteers, I'm gonna call you guys, so volunteer. I'm gonna give you, we're gonna have 30 seconds to think. We can start also right away. You have up to 2 minutes to deliver your speech. How to do it? For the new people, use your gut feeling, your first thought, use it and try to make a structure, try to make an opening, try to make a personal story, something that you remember. Don't make something that is not related or it's not a story. Use your personal story. I'm sure you have several stories you tell because people are wired to story and your speech will hook more if you use your personal story. And try to make a conclusion that is motivational, that would inspire people, right? This is an ideal world, okay? But just try to do it at your best. Okay, without any further ado, I will call the first volunteer on the stage, maybe someone experienced who's gonna show us how to do it. Anyone?
Sorry, Martina, I'm not a volunteer, but I want to make a quick note. Our secret grammarian has asked me to remind you to use the word of the day, which is atrocious. Yes, thank you. Keep that in mind. Thank you.
Any volunteers?
I can.
Oh, yes, Yuri, please. Let's welcome our first volunteer.
Hey, Yuri.
Hi.
So is it clear what a pet peeve is?
Maybe I'm sorry for my terrible understanding of English speech, special Italian accent. Could you repeat, please, a little bit slower?
Sorry. So I'm saying what pet peeve is. It's the theme of the meeting, yeah? Pet peeve is the theme of the meeting, okay? Pet peeve is a particularly annoying behavior, something that annoys you every time. Okay. No, it's not the question. Wait a moment. This is the question. What's a pet peeve, annoying behavior that has made you lose your cool in public? Yeah, that's got you angry in public. Yeah, what's a pet peeve that has made you lose your cool in public? And did you regret how you handle it? Did you regret how you handle it? Yuri, on the stage.
Okay, yes. As far as I realize, the main idea of your question, you see, nothing actually funny in this, but I hate atrocious leaders. So, you see, Russian history has lots of atrocious leaders. And there are some reasons, especially of my ancestors, to hate the leaders of that.
Yuri, sorry if I jump in. Yuri, sorry if I jump in. I would like to remind everyone that at Toastmaster, we don't speak about politics. All right?
Okay.
Can you please change the answer, please?
Okay. Atrocious bosses. Okay. And that's the main reason why I had to resign from some of my previous workplaces, employers. So atrocious bosses, many kinds of atrocious bosses, who tell lies, who was trying to manipulate me by creating a fake shortage of time, for example, to tell me on behalf of the higher bosses, and as it turned out to be, the higher bosses did not tell me to do that. That was a kind of manipulation of not high bosses, as if the higher bosses told me to do something or not to do something. I asked higher bosses, is that true that you told me to do something or not to do something?
they said no. So it just was manipulation of my small boss. Okay.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry for jumping in into your speech, but I would like to remind everyone that at Toastmasters, we don't speak about politics, sex, and what else? Sorry, I forgot.
Problem with that.
I can't hear you. Anyhow. All right. So next volunteer.
Next volunteer. Yes.
Hi, Daniel. What's your name?
Still Daniel.
Super, still Martino. All right. If you could banish one universally annoying behavior forever, what would it be and why? If you could banish one universally annoying behavior forever, what would it be and why? Daniel on the stage.
In the last 3 years, I think I have never been in time at my work. I change 3 workplaces, and always I am at least 30 minutes, but closer to 50 minutes late in the morning. And I regret nothing. Any ideas why?
What is that?
No. I can manage traffic jams.
Atrocious bosses.
No, because it doesn't make sense, Alexander.
You don't like your work. It doesn't make sense to be on time.
I can stay afterwards until midnight, for example, and do it for 4 days straight. No problem.
Atrocious can go.
In the morning, if you come in time, what you will do first half an hour at least?
Say good morning.
We don't drink coffee.
You will shake hands. You will shake hands. You will shake this goddamn hands. Why?
I'm on telephone.
When I shake your hand, I want to show that I don't have any weapons with me. And every morning, when I walk completely focused on my screen, everybody is pushing me. Daniel, I need to shake your hand. I need to show that I have no weapon to kill you today. I have a big dog. I don't care about your weapons. I mean, I try to talk with people that if I'm focused, if you see that I am not really communicating right now, if you see this big red special sign that I need to focus right now, please don't say hi. It's an atrocious way to be polite with me. Please do something productive for me and just go away. Or you can shake my hands 2 times with my colleague Alexander, one for him, one for me. That's fine. So if I can banish one and only thing for the rest of my life, I would say there is a metal frame in our business center. No weapons are allowed thanks to this metal frame. Don't show me every goddamn morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. It's okay if I do a virtual shaking with you.
And now, yes, I'm not focused.
Every time I will shake your hand, I will think about it. So, all right, next volunteer. Come on, guys. Someone, a new joiner, someone new.
Get me. Someone who chooses the first time. Yeah.
Hello, Martin.
Hello. Can you, sorry, I missed your name at the beginning, or maybe I'm aging. Can you say it again?
My name is Alina.
Alina, nice to meet you, Alina. All right, Alina. An easy one for you.
Thank you.
Have you ever broken off a friendship or relationship because of someone's annoying habit? Have you ever broken off a friendship or relationship because of someone's annoying habit? Alina.
That's a tough one, actually.
You want me to change it? You want me to change it?
Yes.
You have 17 seconds for it.
Well, actually, I do love people, so I don't judge them by their annoying habits. That's the problem. And most of the time, I love my friends.
Maybe you should.
Tell us why.
Why do I love my friends?
No, why? Why? Yes. Tell us why you don't judge people. Why you don't find habits annoying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. The answer of the question. No, I haven't had this experience in my life. That if I broke my friendship, that was a mistake. Sometimes that wasn't my decision. Sometimes, but good question. That's hard.
Did you ever stop a friendship because of their annoying habits?
Why you didn't? What are the main habits of your friends but you still love them?
Oh, all right. Well, sometimes my friends, they do stupid things, such as fell down in the middle of the street. Sometimes my friends make me embarrassing by standing next to them, by making inappropriate comments about the situation we are at, but I still love them, and I don't judge them, but their habits, annoying habits, because I do think that all people are different and they do deserve to be loved and to be accepted. So let's love people around us, and they will love us back. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Alina. Who else? Come on, guys, don't be shy. Mike, what about on the stage, on the virtual stage, anyone?
Yes.
Hello. Can you please tell everyone your name?
My name is Maxim. Hello, I'm from Kaluga, and I applied to university here. Here I am.
Welcome.
I'm good. Sorry, I missed your name. Sorry.
Martin.
Martin.
Max.
Ah, Martin. Martin, right? Okay.
Max.
Okay, Martin.
I'll write it.
Martin is you.
Oh, I couldn't hear it. Okay. I hear my name everywhere. All right. What's an annoying behavior about someone in your life that you never told them? Would you dare to tell them now? And how? What's an annoying behavior, a pet peeve about someone in your life that you have never told them? And would you dare to tell them now?
Yeah, actually, I know some people who swear in public. And I found it a really bad behavior. And I think every time they swear in public, I should remind them that it is not a proper behavior. And if and I should add that when someone throw trash on the streets, yeah, sometimes this happen. I find it's also very bad, atrocious. Yeah, I find it atrocious. And you know, here in Moscow, some people rebuild their cars and they make them to produce more noise. And that's how they look cool on their cars. But I think it is an atrocious behavior. We should prohibit to rebuild cars, to make, to don't do that.
Yeah. No Ferrari anymore. No Ferrari anymore.
Not Ferrari anymore.
All right. Thank you so much. I agree with you that leadering and be loud on the be loud swearing in public, in public and private, both is not pleasant. Next, guys.
Yes.
On stage, online, anyone?
Wait, Martina, we have one here.
Where Mike? Hi, Mike.
Wait, Martina. Can you say,
Yeah.
you say something?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Mike next. Hi. Can you tell everyone your name, even though you already mentioned it?
Okay, my name is Sly.
Sly?
Yeah.
Sly. All right. Here's the question. Do you use social networks?
Yeah.
You use them. Okay. What's a habit or behavior you see on social media that you absolutely cannot stand? What's a habit or behavior you see on social media that you absolutely cannot stand? Sly.
You catch me perfectly because that's actually what I wanted to talk about. It's a problem in today's modern society that we have, that people behave one way when they like in life, and they behave completely differently when they online. They like put mask on and they like have a second nature. It's like a second person. They don't talk the way they talk in real life. They say something they would avoid saying in person. You know. That's it, maybe.
Hypocrisy.
That's it.
So I have time.
You have time to speak.
Okay.
You have time to speak.
For example, people can be rude, and people can, for example, people that very shy in person, they can be very active, very even rude to somebody, because they cannot do this face to face. And somebody wants to ask me a question or give a follow-up.
Conclude your speech. Give us the final
Call to action first.
Solution, call to action.
Maybe that's because it's new to people. It like for 1,000 years we developed our social skills based on seeing each other, and now we just, especially during COVID, it's completely changed and everybody locked in their like small rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we will adapt to that and make it more like healthy. But now it's like a problem. That's it.
Thank you, Sly. Thank you. I agree with you. When people don't show their face, they feel like they can do anything. All right. Do you still have time?
One last person.
Okay, Mike. You wanted to go, Mike? Yeah. All right. Can you hear me well? All right. Here's the question. Is there a widely accepted social norm that you secretly wish everyone would stop doing? Is there a widely accepted social norm that you secretly wish everyone would stop doing? Mike.
There is a norm that I find atrocious. And this person does it so much for my wife. Never mind. The norm I find most agitating are people that tailgate in traffic. That people come rushing right up behind you and stop just a foot or two off your bumper and then stay there the whole time. And I'm afraid to step on my brake or do anything dramatic, because if I do, I know they're going to smack into me. Closely related to this is the people that cut me off in a parking lot. I see a parking spot, I drive up to it, put on my turn signal, and somebody else cuts right in front of me. Even if they have to cut around me to get to it. And more than once, I've thought about getting out of my car and doing something ill-advised. So my biggest pet peeve rests in the world of traffic. The other thing that puts me on edge are people to use their bright lights at night. They purposely, it seems to me that they purposely blind you as they're coming up on you, without any regard for their personal safety or my personal safety. Continuing my atrocious concerns about traffic, people that come up to a stoplight at 40 to 50 miles an hour and come to a halt, and then immediately take off as soon as the light turns green, as if their entire existence rests upon that one stoplight. I have zero tolerance for that. That's all I can do to keep from turning to them and flashing them a friendly hand signal. Well, I consider it friendly. But those are the people that, to me, deserve to be put in prison for their atrocious behavior. Martin?
Thank you, Mike. I agree. People should be more, respectful for others. All right, I guess we ran out of time. Lady Toastmaster of the day. Handshake with you. Thank you so much. Careful, don't. I know I know it. Every time I think about handshake, I think about Daniel. So yeah. All right. We have the voting, right?
Yes, table topics voting. Don't forget to look at the agenda, scan the QR code, and vote for the best table topic speaker of today. Which one did you like the most? You can vote for yourself as well, or for other people.
The code, or the voting is also in the Telegram chat.
And it's also in the Telegram channel. Well, guys, while you're voting, I'll ravage on about the meeting. And, well, nobody's listening to me. In a good way. Thank you, Martina, for concluding a very great table topics session. It was the opposite of atrocious. I just really wanted to use the word of the day. Now, how did our meeting go? Did our meeting, actually, I will give you a minute, sorry.
Wait, sorry, one second.
Wait. Everybody's voting. Sasha, did you vote?
I don't like it.
You're setting a bad example, but okay. Everybody else, have you voted?
Yes.
Or did you get distracted going to YouTube channel? I see you guys, I see you. Now, with that, continue the meeting, actually. Our meeting is coming close to the end, but not yet. How did our meeting go? Was it good? Was it bad? Were there valuable lessons or were there nothing of new information? On the next time, in case we really will have a zombie apocalypse, will we make someone leap for dead out of the bunker and get eaten by the zombies just because they chew very loud? Well, with that, we'll get evaluated today. In just a few moments, I invite our dear general evaluator of the day, Shadi. I invite you on stage.
Fellow Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and team guests. I'm very happy to be here and to learn about the pet peeves from all of you. I know that we deal with pet peeves on a daily basis, and we should deal with them. We should know how to cope with these peeves. We can try to evaluate these peeves, find the source of these peeves, to try to make it harder for them to occur. By saying that, talking about evaluation, I'm happy to take the role of the general evaluator of this evening. As a general evaluator, I'll be assessing key aspects of this meeting, from how well it was organized to how well the roles were performed today. Okay, now from 0 to 10, should you rate this meeting today?
Dangerous.
In terms of energy, in terms of 10, great, amazing. Okay. Okay, with that energy, let's start with the speech evaluation. So I'll be calling the first evaluator of the first speaker. So the first speaker was Aliona Antikina. She gave a speech inside out, and the evaluator is the DTM Mike Thorne. Now be handing the stage to Mike.
I believe the host has cut me off in my video.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Саша сказал, у него видео отключилось.
Но это не Саша.
Можешь вот это закрепить?
Okay, then we can start by calling the second evaluator.
Mike, are you not able to turn on your video?
No.
What is up?
Вот third.
Попросить включить видео. На третий. Попросить
Oh,
включить.
there I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the floor is yours, Mike.
Well, my very first impression of Elena was that she is the bubbly, open, friendly speaker of all time. And I thought this is going to be extremely enjoyable because so many speakers come on as being stern and what are they going to do next? And Elena, I like the fact you just smiled. You're open. You're enjoyable to be around. Having said that, my second impression was you have to put down the phone, much as you're doing right now. I know it's a crutch, it's a distraction, and you have to put down that phone. Don't want to swear. My third thought was that you are gregarious and you use your hands a lot. You must be Italian by heritage, because every word was a gesture of a hand of some sort. And at the beginning, it was very enjoyable, and then after a while, I started thinking, "Is our arm ever going to get tired?" And then my last thought was, you looked a little bit like you're playing a statue, because you stood in exactly one spot, and you hardly ever moved. And I know the video doesn't want you to move around too much, but you were at the same spot the whole time. Having said that, you were concerned about your pacing. Your pacing was outstanding. You took your time, you never ran out of breath, You kept on moving along, and you obviously overcame your nerves to a large extent. Which leads me back to your phone. Never try to memorize your speech. That's the worst thing you can do. It's okay to have maybe some bullet points somewhere you can see them, but don't necessarily put them where the audience can see them as well. I thought that overall, you're very relaxed, you're cheery, you obviously have a high level of sincerity, and I thought, this is going to be a person I'm going to really enjoy watching and listening to for the rest of her time in Toastmasters, because you make it an enjoyable experience. Having said all that, my final thought is you need a strong thought to start going. You just went into it, and I thought you would only begin with pow, get my attention right off the beginning, and then finish up the same way. What's your call to action? What's going to make me sit up and say, yes, I can do that, or I should do that? But I'm nitpicking you, Elena, because I thought overall that was a great speech, and I really look forward to watching and hearing you in the future. General Evaluator?
Thank you, TM Whitehorn, for this report. Okay, now we are moving on to the second speech. The second speech was performed by Bulat Safiulian, and the evaluator of Bulat, who is, it's Irina, yeah, Irina Urtabaya.
Thank you. Life teaches us to be innovative, creative, and make PowerPoint presentation very fast, right? Dear fellow Toastmasters, guest newcomers, and Bulat, good evening. I would say that maybe personal evaluator might sound like a nightmare, but here in Toastmaster community, we usually inspire our clubmates to deliver fabulous speeches and in the future. Let me read the purpose of this project. Level 2, understanding your leadership style, to identify your primary leadership style or styles. Okay. Let me, according to Toastmaster pathway, my previous pathway was dynamic leadership, as yours. And we have 8 styles: democratic, affiliative, innovative, coaching, altruistic, authoritative, pace-setting, and bureaucratic. Right? This is just for knowledge. In my evaluation, I would like to comment 3 main things that helped Bulat to deliver this speech, and some couple of suggestions that can be improve his speeches in the future, and to help him to be distinguished Toastmaster, or as Valeria said, come out of your comfort zone. What was great about your speech? It is interactions with audience. Bulat asked lots of questions. He created invisible bridges with everyone here. I would say that it was mindful interaction because questions was really tricky. Second, Bulat shared his personal story. The story about Danko, brother, his job position, his project. It was really good implemented in your speech. Let's move on. I would like to emphasize on the love language. This time it was very good.
we all know that to deliver the great speech, the language should be good for good understanding. Also, as to things that could be improved, work on purpose and on your speech project materials in pathway. It is really important and really useful. You describe different skills of leadership and really real leader, but now we can help Bulat to identify his leadership style. Let's help him. First of all, he is really democratic. You agree? Maybe you creative? What else? Innovative, creative, and coaching. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with help of the experience, we identified finally your leadership skill and completing your project. So I congratulate you with completing the next project. Once again, great speech, a great interaction with audience, great personal stories, eye contact, bridges with everyone, great English. Please work on project with according to pathway materials, work on maybe key message more properly, and I recommend you to participate in club contest, speech contest, because it will challenge you even more. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now we're giving comments to these reports by the evaluators. So thank you very much for this report. According to the fourth report, which was given by the TM Mike Thorne, I liked very much your approach. You shared your thoughts according to the speech. A comment I would like to add here. It would be nice to talk more about the purpose of the speech, so the audience can relate to the purpose. They can see what aspect of the speech they can focus on. But overall, it was great. Thank you very much. And you ended on very positive notes, supportive to Alyona, and I guess Alyona will take that into consideration. Thank you very much. And moving on to the second evaluation speech, it was great. I liked it very much. It has an introduction. We talked about the objective of the speech and also talked about the points of improvements and the strong points that Bulat has. And one thing I would add, it was amazing how Irina managed to interact with the audience to get the answers to continue this report. So thank you very much. And now moving on, proceeding our evaluation. I'll be calling the grammarian. Then you go on.
Anything to do? Great. Yes. Let's start with the word of the day, the easiest one. Who used the word approaches? Веселіться, Саміра, Булат, Юрій, Максим with the tip from Valeria and Mike. But the king of the word of the day today is Mike, because his rate word of the day per minute was the highest. He used 3 times, and it's great. It's great because the life in North America is so atrocious. But it's bad because all atrocious things related to big cars. And nowadays in Russia it's a bit hard to buy a car. My second thing to do, your grammar. Because in pronunciation you were even better than me. In grammar, we had some very not interesting mistakes, like Daniil type, he actually types. I am, it's not me, Daniil, I'm Daniil. I have already started Alena said situation was hopelessness. Of course, it was hopeless situation, but I like that hopelessness. It adds some emotion. It's like hopeless and sadness in one big word. So great idea, Alena. Instead of minus, I put 2 pluses because 2 words. Vlad, you are not becoming the king of our winter party anytime soon because of your grammar. You need to find other opportunities to become a king. We will find out what it will be. You have a list of mistakes, we can talk about it later, but just know you are not from Europe. You are not from Europe. You are from the Urals. This is the right pronunciation. You can tell everyone, Martina, I am from the Urals. And you are from the Alps, probably. Probably not. The last thing to tell you, to share with you, bad English sentences and words. There was none of them. Your bad language, save it for the French club on Fridays. They will be very glad to correct your mistakes. I found some colorful language. Boost motivation by Samira. Stop dragging the cat by Vasilisa. Kaleidoscope, hopefully it's English word also. Of colorful language presented by Alena. It's also a very big list, like noisy, chippy, chatty, chaotic behavior, activity to pursue, totally pissed off. Now, Martina, something that bugs you. And Mike use such phrases as ill-advised. All their existence rests on ability to start the car. And Mike also probably was the king of colorful language. I can't judge, but when Mike said pacing was outstanding, surprisingly, Alena put her phone down and enjoyed the moment. Probably this colorful language changed something in her perception of how we need to listen to evaluators. Anyway, in 2 weeks, we will meet again on Sunday. We will dance, we will compete in some Toastmasters activities, we will drink and sing all night long. It happens only 2 times in a year, once in Moscow. Please come. You will enjoy it a lot. Thank you.
Not Saturday.
Sunday.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
It's called Sunday.
Thank you, Daniel, for this sparkling report. It was very detailed. I like very much your energy on stage. You gave us, you brought fun to this report. You talked about the main duties that you have, and you also you spoke about the word of the day. You gave examples, and I also noticed that the word of the day was written also on Zoom, so that people who are online, they can see this word. One thing I would add is that it would be nice to add this word also in the agenda so that the members or the guests can see the word of the day. Otherwise, overall, it was great. Thank you very much. Now we are moving on and we're calling the accountant, Nikolai Churkin. Tell us please about the fitting word, for example, that we use today.
So, first of all, I wish to say thank you all for this interesting evening, for trying to all new guests. We have a lot of new people here. It's really nice to see that it's fresh society. So about our counter, the winner of the day is Vlad.
The leader.
Huge ability to improve his speech, to make it much more clear or clean, and not use and I will not say how many times he said it, but you should work on it. Other guys was more or less okay. So I will tell about Vasilisa. She lost. She lost what? She lost. Lost. Yeah. Maybe I was so involved in her speech and I didn't find any word. So it's really speech. Amazing. So that's all.
Thank you, Nikolai, for your report. Few comments I would add that you introduced the role and you mentioned the leaders, and you also talked about the duties that you have and the first sounds that we used. It's great, thank you very much. Now we are moving on and we are calling the timer. What do you got?
Okay, great, don't worry. Speaker of the first part, Toastmaster of the day. Actually, your speeches need to be, the length of your speeches must to be near 1 or 2 minutes, but it's my mistake that I show you 2 or 3 minutes. But actually, it's not my mistake, it's instruction mistakes. That is why everyone was on time. It's great. What about our 2 main speeches? Alena Antipova, Alena, yes, your speech was 6:54. That is great. 7 minutes. And also Bulat, your speech need to be 10 minutes, but it was 34. You need to work on it, think about something, I don't know. And actually about our table topics, the length of our speeches, it can be 1 or 2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes. And Yuri, your speech was 8 seconds late. Daniil, your speech was 47 seconds late. Alina and Mike, your speeches was 12 seconds late, and Slay and Maxim was on time. Speaker of our last, personal evaluation speech. Also, yeah. Mike, your speeches was almost on time. It just 11 seconds late. Great. And Irina, your speeches was 4 minutes 38. That's a little bit late because personal evaluation is just 3 minutes. Yeah. And about Daniil, your speeches was 4 minutes 26, but you know that just 3 minutes. It's great. Nikolai, your speeches was 1 minute 37. It's great. And my speech is okay because I'm Chinese.
Thank you, Time Olga. It was a great report, filled with details. I liked many things. The first thing is the seating. You sit next to the speaker and you show the cards, which is great. It helps the speakers to know if they are on time. Also notice that you try to show these cards online so that people who are online audience can also know whether they are on time or not. And I noticed that yes, you also had an introduction and you told us about all the timing rules. So thank you very much. And now we are moving on to the next part, which is the interesting one, the Toastmaster. We're gonna call the Toastmaster for interesting questions and get some candies, maybe sweets. So help me welcome on the stage the Quizmaster Samira Dostar.
Now put it.
You have 3 minutes.
Go. The third question changes. So the first question, what are peeves? What is the difference? What irritates and not I don't want to do inconvenience.
The girl. People sitting next to her.
Yes.
You're good.
Yes.
Faster, faster.
What movie did Alona mention in her speech?
Inside out.
From bookstore mentioned last.
I'm done.
How many years has blood been?
18.
Yes. It's the common definition of leadership. According to Britannica dictionary.
Power, ability to lead the people. Power, ability.
Power. Give another one. Give another one.
Okay.
Power, ability.
Our business review. At least three.
People,
Every
their
year,
contribution, their merits.
people goal centric. Yeah, I will name some of them. For example, conflict management, negotiation, empathy, authenticity, etc. Okay. And what qualities should a good leader possess according to Vlad's thoughts? Honesty. Honesty, yes. Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
Do you want to say something for him? Curiosity. I think first on the okay. And what leadership style does Vlad have according to Toastmasters International? Innovate. Oh yes. Yeah. I think maybe
Sasha.
I don't.
Oh.
Your name is Natasha. Natasha. Okay. What Daniel wants to bench forever?
Chicken.
Chicken. What's the first one? Inconvenient.
When I shoot a cat, they didn't know about
What is inappropriate behavior according to Maxim?
Swearing about.
Yes.
I thought there was a second one.
What behavior does fly Kate in on social media?
To tell, to mark,
To be equal to real life.
Yes, yes.
I know every need it.
And what does Alina find embarrassing about her friend?
Nothing.
The day embarrassed her.
When the number one
Yes, but it's full. I never said this.
Okay, I acknowledge it.
Yeah, I actually used to my phone numbers.
I think that this is all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Quizmaster, for this interaction with the audience. I'm amazed that we answered all the questions. It's great, and it means that we are attentive and we have this active listening skills. Actually, it's the first time that I'm attending a meeting where we have a quizmaster, and I think it's a very great part that we should have in all the meetings probably. So we would consider that. And okay, yeah, thank you, quizmaster. And now we are moving on with the evaluation. According to the SAA role, I liked how SAA Bulat managed to prepare the meeting. They were working on the Zoom application, and they were trying to make us audible and visible for the people who are online also. So thank you very much for the president. The president was very energetic on the stage. She spoke about the community. We now know more about Toastmasters, and it's not only about the people who are here that go to speaking clubs. They also join communities like sports and travel, which is great. Okay, and now moving on to the TME, Vasilisa. It was a great leadership role that you take. The questions you had an interaction with the audience. You called the grammarian as grammar Nazi. That's quite creative. You introduced the role, and you had a very interesting words and speech talking about zombie apocalypses. It was like very interesting and creative. So thank you very much. Now moving on to the table topics session, which was led by Martino. Martino is here with us. He left. Okay. Okay, I'll give my feedback. I actually think that it was led perfectly. Everything was explained. So Martino explained the importance of table topics, that it's impromptu speaking session. He started by asking experienced members, so that new guests can learn from the members how they can give the speech. And very big thank you for Martino that he mentioned about the prohibited topics, which are politics, sex, and religion. And he asked the names of the speakers so that people can associate the person who was on the stage and the speech that was given. So thank you very much, Martino. And finally, I'll give my general remarks. I find this venue very suitable. I see everyone could find a seat. It's not very big. You don't have to shout out loud. The lighting is great. The hybrid meeting is working great. Oh, okay. And one thing I would add is that the audience was supportive, energetic, but sometimes it was disturbing for some speakers. I noticed that some people used to chit chat, and it just gave some noise to truly be immersed in the speeches that were given on the stage. But overall, it was a great meeting, and thank you all. It was well organized. Now I'll hand back the stage to the president for the closing words.
I hope you all enjoyed today's meeting. We have one important thing to do before we finish. Remember, you voted for the best table topic speaker. It is time to find out who is the winner. The winner is Daniel. Smiles away. So well. See, and that is a confident speaker. I said it was a pleasure listening to you. He said, I know. I wish you all to have that same confidence every time you come here on stage. Our next meeting is on the 29th of January. We are very likely going to be in this location. If not, you can follow our Telegram channel, which is on the agenda, and we will update you on all the information there. Next week, we will also have a masterclass here. Yeah, meeting. Next meeting, not week. What did I say? Week? Week. Oh, next meeting, apologize. On the 29th of January, next meeting, we will have a masterclass on how to give feedback, how to give evaluations. What you witnessed today in the second part of the meeting, you will learn how to give powerful, structured evaluation. And guess who will be giving the masterclass?
Christina Sharikina.
No.
Anya.
Yes, it will be myself. Forward to seeing you all. And of course, one more time, I'd like to remind you there will be a Toastmasters New Year party. Daniel told us about it in his Grammarian report. It's on the 1st of February, on Saturday. It's not a meeting, it's just a party for us to get together, have fun, dance, play some games. Everyone is welcome. There will be more information about that in our Telegram channel as well. And remember, everyone, your journey begins with a simple conversation. I would like to invite you to an after party. We usually go to a cafe or a restaurant where you can have plenty of conversations, socialize, and find out more about our club if you want to. For today, we are finished. Thank you, everybody. Stage for a group photo. Oh, great. Wow.
Валера, мы все, да?
Да. Можно сразу